Tread carefully. That's how they get you. Can you imagine what would have happened if they took those resources? It could have created thousands of robots. It'd be a goddamn robot roach apocalypse. Keep at it. Nasty bitch. Glad to hear it. Here's her bounty. And that's the last of the fuckers. At least the ones connected to October 11th. Good work. We're gonna head further east to keep the hunt going. But we'll hang out for a bit longer in case you need us. And I wanted to warn you. You may be happy with your little upgrade. I know there are some immediate benefits to leaving your humanity behind. But that's how Cochise gets in your head, dumbass. Yeah.
Rangers.
Hey, Lonesome. Looking for a
Here to
good
serve.
time? The boys and girls of the Rendezvous Ranch are waiting for you now, and they know just what you want.
Rangers, good to see you. I'll be here.
Now, what can I do for you? That's what I'm here for. How can I help? Sadly, I don't think a peaceful transition is possible anymore, Rangers. Now, what can I do for you? Safe travels, Rangers.
Am I asleep? Is this some kind of dream? Dancing?
Help me.
Wake me up! Who turned out the lights?
Lieutenant Train Zhang, Rangers. I've brought a message from Angela Death. Yep. I bet we just miss each other back home. My husband, Jason, and I left California with Colonel Death when she returned to AZ. Jason opened his gun shop at HQ, and I signed on. Then Angela picked me for the Colorado Advance Team, and I've been here ever since. My real name is Connie. But my husband always calls me Choo Choo Train. 'Cause my maiden name was Chew. I'm getting used to it. Colonel Death has info for you that's too sensitive for the airwaves. She wants a face-to-face. Sent me to arrange it. She doesn't have much reason to trust you, does she? Despite her showing you the Patriarch's bad side, you're still following his orders. She's not going to put her head in the lion's mouth.
We're doing what we have to take care of Arizona, okay?
She understands that. All she wants is a chance to speak her piece. But, as I was saying, if you want to meet her, it'll have to be on neutral ground. Colonel Death will give you the details, but Liberty Buchanan is getting ready to make her move on her father. And the army she's assembled, well, let's just say they're probably not going to be very worried about collateral damage. The Colonel has intel that will help you stop Liberty before she pulls the trigger. The House of the Hoon family. Just your squad. Nobody else. Will you come? You're probably not going to take her word as a ranger at this point. But think about it. You both want to stop Liberty Buchanan from starting her coup, right? Well, Angie wants to help you do that. So, she's got no reason to kill you. And if that's not good enough, how about I offer myself as a hostage? I'll stay here at your base until you hear her out. If anything happens to you, you can have your crew shoot me down. What do you say? Thanks, Rangers. I'll be here until you...
Team November, we've got trouble. Scar collectors are attacking the perimeter at multiple points. We're coordinating the defense now, but we need all hands on deck.
Will do.
Rangers, good to see you. I'll be here.
Rangers.
Rangers, come out and play! Liberty says, thanks for dealing with her brothers. Now, deal with this. Lurch party! Can't get me down, fucker!
Moving to flank! Taking the shot!
make this quick!
Stop me. Laser focused.
Somebody call the marshals! are you doing? The occupants of Colorado Springs are under our protection.
This, Rangers.
Taking their six!
Look out there. At least they finally have some lights around here.
Stay sharp.
Thanks for sharing your HQ. We'll make sure the no-mans don't fuck up Colorado like they did Arizona and California.
Look out there.
Yeah? Like you care. What do you want? Yeah.
Rangers.
Man, that car tank thing you brought back to base is bitchin'.
Let's see.
Colonel Death will be along just as soon as I make sure you're all here. And you haven't brought along any unexpected guests. Can't be too careful these days, right? That's not important. Just make sure you're ready to meet Colonel Death. Well, looks like everyone's here who's supposed to be here, so I'll give her a ring. 1 sec. All clear. Come ahead.
Hey now, cowboys. Face to face at last. And just as handsome as I thought you'd be. Figured we'd meet here to remind you what being a ranger means. These folks are alive today because you chose to help them, even though it meant going against the Patriarch's orders. To my mind, that's the ranger way. Helping the helpless ahead of the powerful. Just something to keep in mind as you hear me out. Good eye, Doc. It's definitely put a hitch in my talk box. But no thank you, I got it under control. This and my fake leg are souvenirs from when my chopper got shot out of the sky over Long Beach, California. Good times. Since you've obviously got the skills to use them, here, I got a few extra med kits on me. Try not to use them all at once. Well, ain't you polite? Hope that bodes well. Now, what with you not taking Saul's sons out like I asked, I'm guessing we've got different ideas about how things in Colorado should play out. But I'm still hoping you'll come around, November. So here's the deal. As my friends and I see it, 2 things gotta happen to save the people of Colorado from tyranny and slaughter. First, Liberty and the gang she's gathered out east have to be eliminated. And second... Shit! Scar collectors. Well, well. Speak of the devil and her minions shall appear. Looks like Liberty overheard our rendezvous call. Guess we'll have to deal with this before we continue.
I will excavate your skull! Die, Patriarch fucker!
take them down.
Traitors! Moving up! That's... You're back, Angie! Your ass is grass! You deserve this!
As my friends and I see it, two things gotta happen to save the people of Colorado from tyranny and slaughter. First, Liberty and the gang she's gathered out east have to be eliminated. Second, and you're gonna love this, the Patriarch's gotta go too. I love the people of Arizona. Arizona is my home. But are you willing to save lives there at the expense of lives here? Are you okay sending home food spattered with innocent blood?
They're not just people to me, Colonel. You're talking about letting my family die. My mom and my dad.
You think I don't have family back home? You think it's not gonna kill me if they die? But this is about everybody's family. The greater good. Listen. The Rangers have fought tyranny since the beginning, without compromise. How can we continue to do that if we take handouts from a tyrant? How can we pretend we're heroes if we do his dirty work to get it? Sorry, I had this argument with General Woodson 100 times. A sure deal was more important to him than a moral one. That's why the advance team went dark and decided to do this on our own. Of course, it turned out we couldn't do it on our own, which is why we were so happy when you showed up. And why we're here now, asking you for help. Thanks for hearing me out. Let's talk about Liberty first. I've got to hand it to her. Daddy's little girl has done the impossible. She's united the boldest and baddest warlords of the Eastern Plains, and she's getting ready to lead them into Colorado. When she does, well... well, that'll be the end of this place. Every man, woman, and child from here to the Rockies will be killed, enslaved, or taken as a sacrifice. And their houses and towns burned to the ground. None of us want that, right? Oh, I don't mind about that. So long as you change your mind about him after. So... glad to hear it. So here's the plan. Part 1, help Ironclad Cordite take control of Liberty's gangs. Then, Part 2, let him lead them all off to Kansas, where he can achieve his blood-soaked destiny without getting any on us. I know you've got him on ice back at Ranger HQ. Well, it's time to dust him off and put him to good use. Now, I'm guessing y'all have some questions. Pete and Brother Thomas came back with me from LA, and Tax from Arizona. These others are locals who have various gripes against the Patriarch. We trained them up as best we could. Nicer bunch of folks you'll never find. Pretty simple, really. The Patriarch has spies watching Liberty's compound. If you show up, those spies will think you're there on Daddy's behalf, and they'll be happy to see you. If we show up, our plan is revealed, yeah? And that would give the Marshals a chance to button up Colorado Springs before we make our attack. They'd be waiting for us. Now that's gonna be a fight. Basically, while you're taking care of Liberty, my team will be in Colorado Springs, softening the ground. Once you finish up out there, you'll come back and help us corner the man and bring him down. Our primary concern, other than ending the bloody reign of the Buchanans, is minimizing civilian casualties. That means you've got to ride herd on your crew and watch who you ally yourself with. For instance, we don't want the gangs coming to the party. If Cordite wants to come along and get his revenge on the Patriarch, fine, but he leaves his army at home, no matter how tight a hold he thinks he's got on him. We want to be the good guys here, so we've got to do this clean. Rape and pillage is a surefire way to turn people against their liberators. Keep the peace, keep things fair. I don't see the Rangers running things. I see our job as keeping the playing field even. There's always a lot of weasels that come out of the woodwork after a big man falls, trying to grab a piece of the pie. So we're just gonna hang around, and every time a weasel pops their head up, we'll whack them. At the same time, whenever somebody comes along who tries to take care of the people, all the people, we'll help them out. But we ain't gonna be anybody's muscle. We'll answer to the people, nobody else. I admit that'll be a temptation, but we're gonna try to fight against it. I don't know what a good leader is gonna look like, but I sure as hell know what a bad one looks like. Weeding the garden, that's what we'll be doing. Just weeding the garden.
Well, for one thing, we ain't paying the man. We ain't actively funding murder the way old Saul is. And second, despite Cordite's destiny, my guess is he goes back to Kansas and him and his rivals all wipe each other out, leaving the whole territory a more peaceful place.
All right then, what's it gonna be? Well, cowboys, you can try, but I'm afraid that'll be the end of Team November. You sure about this? Ah, hell. And I was counting on you guys. Well, come on then.
No, Angie, we can't let you die here. You're too important to the cause.
We're getting you out of here.
Enemies alerted.
Spotted.
Up and at 'em, Rangers!
and that's something we both want. So, though I'd rather see you dead in a ditch, I'm sending you the coordinates of where she's gathered the gangs. I hope you die killing her. Rangers, there is nothing I would rather do. But the fate of the world is more important than my wish list. For now. Good luck dealing with Liberty. And don't bother looking for us after. We'll find you. Dead Red out.
Colonel Death will be along just as soon as I make sure you're all here. That's, well, all clear. Come ahead.
Hey now, cowboy. These folk, to my mind, That's since you've obviously got the skills to use them, here, I got a few extra med kits on me. Try not to use them all at once. Fair enough. I'll get to the point. Now what with you not as my and Scar collectors. Well, well. Speak of the devil and her minions shall appear. Looks like Liberty overheard our rendezvous call. Guess we'll have to deal with this before we continue.
I am protected! Eat shit from on high!
Taking the high ground! Feel the burn! Gunning them down!
Vengeance!
They see us.
Let's make this quick!
If you're looking for trouble, you found it. Right, guys?
is painful. Beam of destruction.
You deserve this! That smote them.
Is how
As my friends and I see it, two things gotta... Second, and you're gonna love this, the patriarch's gotta go too.
What? But we've got to help the Patriarch! It's the only way to save the people back in Arizona.
And are you willing to save the people of Arizona if it means letting the people of Colorado?
They're not just people to me, Colonel. You're talking about letting my family die. My mom...
You think I don't have family back home? The Rangers have fought tyranny since the beginning, without compromise. How can we continue to do that if we take handouts from a tyrant? How can we pretend... Sorry. Of course, it turned out we couldn't do it on our own, which is why we were so happy when you showed up. And what? Oh, thanks for hearing. I've got to hand it to her. Well, that'll be the end of this place. Every man, woman, and child from here to the Rocky. Oh, I don't mind about that, so long as you change your mind about him after. So... Glad to hear it. Part 1. Help Ironclad Cordite take control. I know you now. I'm guessing y'all have some Pete and Brother Thomas came back with me from LA. And Tax, if we show up, our plan is revealed. For instance, we want to be the good guys here, so we've got to do this clean. Rape and pillage is a surefire way to turn people against. Keep the peace. There's all at the same time. Whenever somebody comes along who tries to take care of the people, all the people, we'll help them out. But we ain't... I doubt it's gonna be nice, but it's gotta be done. Well, for one thing, we ain't paying the man. And second, despite Cordite's destiny... All right then, what's it gonna be?
What?
Oof, there's a load off my mind. Thank you. You're gonna make all the difference. Now here's the location of Liberty's camp. Be careful when you get close. The gangs don't care much for strangers, and even less for rangers.
Rangers, please don't turn your backs on Arizona! If you don't change your minds about this soon, we're gonna have to part ways. I gotta think of my family first.
Good luck sorting it out, cowboys. We'll talk again when Liberty's taken care of.
So you and, Ms. Death are acquainted? She seemed nice enough, except for that business about taking down the Patriarch.
Angus and me, we've been around long enough to know that change ain't always good. In fact, it's usually bad for a whole lot of people. Especially simple folks. The Patriarch ain't perfect. We know that. But he's keeping us safe for 50 years. Now your friend wants to gamble that she can do better. And if she's wrong, it's the regular folks who are gonna get hurt or killed. Guess that's how we see it, anyway. No hard feelings, I hope.
A good man. He's kept Colorado alive for 50 years. Some folks might have gripes against him, but we don't pay him no mind.
We're old enough to remember the bad times before the Patriarch. Raiders, thieves, and wild men everywhere. That all stopped when the Patriarch took charge. Well, until those Dorseys showed up at our door. Best of luck and stay alive.
HQ. The Brainiacs and R&D just showed me some of the wild stuff they're done working on. You should come take a look when you're free. Over and out.
Weird working on a car that can talk back to you. Well, of course. Let's see if we can find what you want.
Welcome back, Rangers. What can I do for you? Happy to. Take a look.
What do you need, Rangers? Sure.
Vargas would be proud, November.
Felicitations, Rangers. How can I be Of course, Rangers. It would be impolite not to share such tremendous deals.
Did I have a bottle just now?
Rangers, you showed Vic and Val mercy. And remember, I want to be there when it happens. I want her to know it's me who's taking the Scar Collectors from her.
So, you're a hostage, huh?
Yes, sir. Insurance for Team November.
Always a pleasure. The basic controls are straightforward. I've worked the radio for some time now, and I hear anytime.
You haven't heard all the options. Now, don't fret. I'm gonna keep you right here where I can keep an eye on you.
Thank you, sir.
So glad you brought back Rook and the Loca. Incredible how you managed to talk your way out of the airport after all those machines turned on you. Nice work. 2 birds caged, 1 to go.
Rangers, good to see you. Anytime, Rangers. Oh, happy to. I'll be here.
So, you left the monster army in charge at the bazaar. Okay, I guess. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Hello, Rangers. Give Angie my regards when you see her.
Stay sharp.
Good luck out there.
Heard you let one of Gwendolyn Reed's daughters die. Man, she is gonna give us some shit for that. Good luck out there. Stay sharp.
Now that we've got the 2 idiots locked up, we can go after the mastermind. Stay sharp.
Yeah? Like you care. Yeah.
Stay sharp. Rangers. Stay sharp. Stay sharp. Here to serve.
Stay sharp.
Stay chit-chat, Josh. Makes me dizzy. What? Oh, shit.
Time to take some chances and expand man's horizons. I wonder if there will be conflict. There's no more exhilarating feeling than being shot.